I think we're going to look at a couple of the trending topics now as we move along. So Amazon, now this is related, not the company, this is related to what's just happened in Brazil and the elections in Brazil. So we've now seen that Brazilian President-elect Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva has taken that election, and he has basically promised to unite a divided country. But more along the lines of the Amazon is that he is very, very much so involved with this, trying to combat the destruction of the Amazon rainforest. And this is a very, very big problem because many people saying that the Amazon, as you know, are the lungs of the world. So he has gone out, and there's been an overwhelming reaction because during Bolsonaro's term, things went horribly, horribly wrong with the Amazon, and he has promised to rectify this. So
and an interesting, just a side note about Lula da Silva. Yeah. You remember, if you go back to that period, 2007 moving forward, and Zweli Nzima-Vavi in particular was very fond of talking about the Lula moment.
Yes.
And South Africa having a Lula moment. And then Lula, of course, was sentenced to prison for corruption. And now he's made a return to become the president of Brazil.
Oh, gosh, okay. Well, there you go. That's Amazon. Let's have a look at the other trending topics quickly. Tammy Taylor, there was a big expose last night, or, you know, it's always been a talking point in quite a while, but there was this expose on Carte Blanche. I will say the name. Carte Blanche was doing this expose on what Tammy Taylor have done, and they're basically saying that Tammy Taylor USA cancelled the master license agreement here in South Africa, and they wanted to find out, well, okay, if it's been cancelled, what are the products that people are buying? So the finding is that there's a packaging place that basically sticks a label on top of whatever product it was that's been manufactured and claims to be Tammy Taylor. So that's why a lot of people are talking about that one. That's one of the trending topics, Tammy Taylor.
All right, the next one, Phala Phala. And of course, Phala Phala hasn't gone away since it came onto the scene. It is there every day, every week. And just further developments, and now talks about the cover-ups, the involvement of Paul O'Sullivan, who's been implicated here allegedly by Wally Rueder, and talks about how he was called upon to try and help track down the suspects, all of those things. And we will be focusing on this in the second hour of the show. So let's just park it there. But Phala Phala, the saga continues.
Always continuing. And also, Lindiwe Sisulu saying, Cyril Ramaphosa must step aside over the Phala Phala saga. So that's another one to add to it. So it's in our news bulletin. You're going to hear about that, the devastating incident that rocked Seoul over the weekend. It was the first time since the COVID lockdown that everybody gathered in their massive numbers, and there was a huge tragedy in Seoul where thousands of people, while they were gathered there, landed up getting completely out of hand down a small alleyway, and it happened that about 150 people were killed when they were basically crushed. So a devastating story coming out of Seoul. And then the final one is Kanye West, and Kanye,
What's the latest with Kanye?
Well, he's back on social media now, but he's having a bit of a rant this morning. It was the first thing I saw as I woke up this morning. He's really going at George Floyd, the late George Floyd's family, because now remember, they went ahead and said they're going to sue him for 250 million rand after he claimed that George Floyd was not killed the way it was by asphyxiation, but instead, I think, using drugs. But he's gone on a rampage this morning at the family saying, I paid you 2 million rand. $2 million. I don't know if anybody else did that for you, and now you're suing me. So anyway, it's a big drama, big drama when it comes to Kanye West. That among many, many other issues.